Hello Aries, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, oh, interesting. Seven of Swords. If there's anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know, okay? Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading, it is you. All right, there's a Six of Wands, so that goes quite nicely with our Seven of Swords, all right? Let's put all of this into some context and see what we have. Oh, the Ace of Cups. Always like the Ace of Cups. And the Empress. This is very interesting energy here. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're using the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is one card that we select randomly. We're going to set it down here. We'll put our alien right on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end. Hopefully, it'll tie everything together and, give us the confirmation that we need. Okay. So let's look at this. A lot going on. Major. We've got our Trinity of Major Arcana. I always like to see 3. We've got some fire. We've got some water. And then we've got some air. What we don't have is the earth. We don't have is the earth. We do have a little bit of earth when you think about the Empress card, if it's kind of this nature, Mother Earth kind of energy. So there's a little bit of a grounding energy there. But I don't see any other kind of practical grounding energies. A little bit with the Four of Swords. So I think that this is something that is going to require some action on the physical plane, right? Because we don't have it, we need it. And that's kind of I think that's a bit of the message here, is that there's a lot going on, but we have to translate it into action, right? We have to make the connections with the physical world to really manifest all of this. Because right now there is a Seven of Swords, and this is kind of a little bit of hopelessness, really. This is us trying to do our particular thing, whatever this central sword is, whatever that Ace of Swords is in the middle. We're trying to do it. We're trying to get it done. But there are all these other distractions, all of these other doubts. Right? The distractions could be coming from ourselves. It could be that we just keep poking at ourselves. We keep picking at ourselves. It could be things from outside. It could be others. It could be other responsibilities. It could be other people doubting us, other people criticizing us. Probably both, right? And I think this is preventing the progress. This is the major flow of air energy. We need to fight, we need to battle this, right? With this Princess of Swords, we need to fight against this 7. I think this is really a lot of self-doubt. I think this is us picking at ourselves. We need to fight against it and eventually reach this resolution of this issue. For some reason, we are doubting ourselves. Now, it may originate with this Lover's card because this is some air energy as well. This is the card that rules the sign of Gemini. So we have air, 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 hopefully ending with at least the solution here, the resolution of these issues, whatever this issue really is. Because this issue is what is kind of in the way. It's interfering with this good fire, water energy that we see here. This is really strong. This is some love coming down. This is us being victorious over this trouble here, right? We need to put our Six of Wands on top of that. We need to be victorious over whatever these issues, whatever this doubt is that's going on right now. I wonder if this is something that, let's talk about the Lover's card. Some kind of a choice that was made recently. This actually may be talking about somebody coming back into your life. Friend, family member, maybe a lover, an ex. I feel like somebody's coming back. They're behind you, right? This card is behind you. It could be that it may be a Gemini person. Maybe not, though. It doesn't need to be. This person may be like walking up behind you and saying, hey, I'm here, I'm back. You know? This might catch you off guard. Yeah. The return of this energy, whatever it might be, could be another person. But the return of this energy is making you doubt the path that you're on now. It's making you question everything. There's a lot of doubts going on. But whatever this is, or whoever it is, we need to fix these issues so that we can manifest our will, that we can continue making the progress. Now, I see consciously we want love. We want this connection. We want beauty and happiness and joy. We're thinking maybe this is the beginning of happiness. Now, this doesn't have to be someone from your past, right? I think that this might be an unexpected energy, whether it's someone that you already know or not. It feels like perhaps they come onto the scene and they do kind of wake this Ace of Cups. You're thinking, I really want this kind of a relationship. I want to make this happen. We even have the Empress over here too, which is kind of part of it. Maybe this is something you really want. The Ace of Cups is at the top of the path of the dove. This is ultimately what we're aspiring to in our life, right? Love, happiness, connection, meaning, purpose, significance. And maybe we're having doubts if this lover's energy was or will be the right choice, right? Whether this has happened, whether this is someone that you've already met, or someone coming back into your life. Maybe this is you choosing a particular career path or spiritual path. Whatever it is, this is the choice that we want to lead to the Ace of Cups. We're hoping that this leads up here, but we're having some doubts. We're not too sure. Yeah. Nine of Wands down here at the bottom. This is very strong energy. This is kind of this is what's going to save you, I think, right? This is your strength, your resolve. This is your commitment. This is you understanding that we have to stick with something. We have to have the willpower to see it through. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Otherwise, your doubts are going to be legitimate doubts. You're doubting the path that you're on, but if you stick to it, if you hold fast, if you keep your commitments, if you keep your promises, if you keep your oaths, you'll achieve it. You'll be victorious over these doubts. This is the source of all of your strength, and this is the basis for this victory. Six of Wands. We're overcoming that Seven of Swords. We're overcoming doubt by staying the course, by staying strong, by staying connected with our spirit. This is the sun and the moon connected. Our conscious mind, our unconscious. Well, this is the moon over here too. And this card is even showing sun and moon, right? It's the moon card. There's a little sun at the bottom. I don't know if you could see it. We'll get to that card in a second. So it's kind of like, this is almost trusting in ourselves. Trusting in our kind of, our spirit, right? That more subtle, that more unconscious part of ourselves that we're not fully aware of at every moment, right? Trusting on source. Trusting in spirit. This is the strength that we get from knowing that we are spiritually connected. And we will be victorious over these doubts. Yeah. Because it is this Nine of Wands, this is strength, and this is what's giving us the strength to fight against these doubts. With the Princess of Swords, we're defending our commitments. We're defending our choices from ourselves, maybe from other people around us, like I said. We are striving to overcome these issues and these difficulties and these doubts. Okay? And that's going to bring us to the path of the serpent and this moon energy. Now, as we switch over here, I'd also like to say, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Okay? So the moon. This is that mysterious part of you. This is the unknown. This is trusting that the sun will rise, right? Imagine if you just came to this earth, right? And it was dark, it was nighttime, you had no idea what was going on. It was dark, there were monsters everywhere, strange noises. We didn't know that the sun would come up. You had no idea that there was a ball of fire in the sky, that there was a spiritual sun within you that will rise if we wait long enough, if we just stay the course, if we just survive now. Then at some point that light will dawn and we will see clearly everything. We will be warm, we will be safe, right? Relatively speaking. This is that kind of, it's the question of trust. It's the question of, can we endure the night if we didn't know that there was this sun that was kind of, it's kind of like this right now, but we need to activate it. Right? These two cards are very similar. But in this one, the sun is down below. We're not aware of it yet. It's kind of like this, but then the sun's kind of covered up. We just see this, we see the moon, we see our personality. We see that we want this, but we're kind of having struggles, we're doubting. We don't know that spiritual certainty, that clarity is just about to dawn. Right? If we knew it was coming, if we knew that the sun was going to rise in a few hours, it'd be a lot easier to get through this. But I kind of feel like we don't know that yet. Yeah. So it's even more important for you to dig deep and have that strength on your own. Let's not assume that we're going to have this spiritual clarity, that we're going to have this sunrise. Yeah. Because this card's in the position of your general energy. This is how you're perceiving it. I think we're perceiving the situation as if it is just a dark night. Right? The way we're experiencing it now, it's as if we're not aware of that sun. So it's forcing us to really dig deep and find our own inner strength to overcome these doubts, these issues. But the secret, the message really is that no, things are about to get very clear. You're about to see the way. Things are about to get very bright, very warm, right? Very nurturing. And that brings us to the Empress energy. The sun is going to rise, we will be victorious, and we'll see that this isn't a dark, scary land full of monsters. It's a bright, sunny, vibrant, alive, loving, caring, nurturing environment. But I feel like we're not certain of that. We don't know that yet. It's like we just were dropped here in the middle of this darkness and we don't know any better yet. But you will. You have to keep fighting. You have to keep struggling against your doubts, against these outside opinions or whatever they might be, so that we can manifest this Empress energy. And this, again, is kind of it's the time for manifesting. It's the time for really being aware of all of this abundance and growth and love and light and nurturing, loving energy around us. in a very real, practical, physical sense. Not just abstractly as theory, but really to see the beauty of the world around you. To see how this choice that you made with this Lover's card is going to manifest this love and joy and beauty into the world around you. And that it already is. And how might we facilitate that? Right? Because this position here, it's the position of your environment, but it's also the timing. What is it time for? It's time for us to start to really express that love and abundance in the world. Show appreciation, show kindness, express your love and affection. Right? Be this empress in your environment. It's time to activate this. If we want to manifest this, we have to do those practical things. Right? Show the world that we love it. Show our significant other, our friends, family, this choice, ourselves especially, in very practical, real ways. That's why we need the earth energy. We need those positive steps, those positive actions. Right? Our biggest concern, the biggest doubt we have is that we're not being authentic. This is the Prince of Cups. It's in the position of what we don't want. We don't want to feel like we're being inauthentic. We want to feel like this choice is really what's meant for us, and this is really who we are, and this is really what we've discovered about ourselves, about our spirit. When this sun does rise, this light dawns, we want to see that this is real, that we are this love, this Empress energy. We want to feel like we're being authentically ourselves. So that's our concern here. Next card is that 4. Four of Swords is about the resolution of these issues, right? But it's not really a very good place to end, right? I mean, we've resolved some of these problems, sure, but it doesn't take away from the need to do this work. So this is still air energy. It's still not earth energy. Yeah. So we may be quieting down these doubts, but the real victory comes through the manifestation, the physical activity. Right? This fire needs to come down and land on earth, right? It needs to have an effect on the ground. But this is a good step. This is a lot of progress. We're stabilizing our mind, our thoughts. Our doubts are not holding us back anymore, but we still need the fire energy to bring things forward, to continue on past this. Maybe the mystery card will be whatever is past this, whatever is after that 4 of Swords. So let's check the mystery card. Thank you, Simon, for your assistance. I would like this to be some fire energy. An Ace of Wands would be good. Another 9 would be nice. Maybe not a 10. Maybe some earth energy. Maybe a 9 or a 10 of Pentacles would be truly what we need, right? Showing everything kind of coming to the ground and manifesting and resulting in visible progress, right? Well, let's see. Oh. An 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. To me, this is showing, obviously it's showing the fire energy coming down, right? It's showing the creative activity. It is showing motion that's coming down to the earth, right? It is manifesting. These javelins are going to hit the ground. I think they're all coming all at once, and we're right in the way of that. I think that we need to really be aware of what's going on. To me, there's this sense of urgency. There's this sense of if we don't start focusing on what's really around us, like we said, when the sun rises, we see the abundant, vibrant life around us. If we don't start paying attention to the world around us, the things and people, our pets, our plants, right? Start paying attention to those things outside of ourselves. Get out of our head, all this air energy. If we can get out of our head about this, start paying attention to what's going on in our environment, then this Eight of Wands will be to our benefit and not to our detriment. Right? These are coming in fast, and if we're not aware of these, it's going to be a bit of a mess. So we have to use these to our advantage. And this, again, this is the speed at which all of this is taking place, because the decision, and the Lover's card, this may be a decision that's already made. It may be a choice of a new path that we're already on. It could be somebody that comes up behind us and says, hey, I'm back. And that is the Eight of Wands coming in really quick. We don't have time to go through all of these energies again. We have to really respond right away. So I think there's some aspect of this that we really don't see coming. And it's going to require a pretty quick deliberation. We have to kind of be more instantaneous. We don't have time to deal with too much of this air, because these javelins aren't waiting for you. At the same time, we need this fire energy to hit the ground. We need things to just start happening. For better or for worse, we need to keep the ball rolling, right? We don't want to be just suspended. We don't want to be stuck in our heads. Whatever's going to happen, let's just make it happen. Let's let it happen. Let's try to use this energy for our benefit and not get hurt by it. But we have to let these hit the ground. In fact, we can't prevent them, right? So things are going to manifest. And it's just a matter of whether they are benefiting us or if we're on the wrong side of these, One thing I want to do before we go is to look at one of these affirmation cards. My wife got me these. I'll have to ask her who the artist and author is for these cards. I don't remember what she said. My wife does tea leaf readings over at Ula Tea Leaf Readings. You can find a link to her channel on my channel or in the description of this video. So definitely go check out that. Let's just see one positive affirmation that we can take away from this. The cactus flower. Cactus flower. It says endurance. It says, hold on. You can do this. That's kind of cheesy, I know, but I think in this situation, it really works. It's just kind of this idea that, with the Nine of Wands, this is strength, this is endurance. This is a lot of endurance. It's saying to hold on, to not assume that this darkness is everlasting, that there will be this doubt and confusion and uncertainty. These wands, these javelins, this fire energy is coming. So we have to activate this sunlight as quick as possible so that we can see what's going on. We can see them coming. But I like the message of hold on, you can do this, the endurance that we need. And I think a lot of that is the mental fortitude. Yeah. I think a lot of it is just having that belief in ourselves that we can do this. Whether the sun rises or not, we're going to be okay. I think a lot of that is the Four of Swords, trying to overcome or at least quiet the issues down, quiet down those doubts, so that at least our own mind isn't getting in our way. Because we're stuck in our head, we're not going to see those javelins coming, we're going to be caught off guard. Yeah. Anyway, we are going to do an extended reading. Aries, if you want to stick around, click on the link in the corner. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Aries, but for every sign. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. I want to thank you for being here, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.